Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm here with Chris, and today we are working on my Jeep. Let me show you what we're gonna install. So the first thing we will be installing is this DTill stubby bumper. The reason I got a stubby is because I'm gonna do something nice to it, something different. But I mean, the build quality on this, it is amazing. I would definitely recommend DTill. And we also got the radiator skid plate as well. So right now what we're gonna do is prep this. We got some steel it because like I said, we're gonna modify it in the future. And lately it's been raining a lot in SoCal, so I have to protect it somehow. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take off the grill, the panel, the black panel back here, and then we're gonna have to cut off the center section here. We're gonna trim this up as well, and we will probably move this bracket. Trail Forge on their kit, you actually cut the bracket to here, this line, and then they come with the metal bracket that goes down and attaches to the top of here. So we're probably gonna do something like that, just so we can clear this out. Oh, and like I said, steel it. This is like $37, but it's worth it because you can weld through it. So that's not it. We are also installing a winch. Let me go ahead and show you that. So we also got this open road winch we are putting on the Jeep. Yes, I already do have one, but that one's actually going to Chris. So something happened to Chris's Jeep, and so let's go ahead and open this.
Oh, wait.
So we got the controller here. We got the hardware here. We got the hook, and there it is. Here is the winch. This is a 13,000 pound winch. It also does come with wireless remotes as well, which I really like. You don't have to use this one unless you lose these or the battery runs out. So here is the controller part of the winch, which goes on top of it. Something like that. We also got this as well. It comes with the winch. So I mean, before we get into installing the winch, we are definitely gonna work on the bumper first, because that's what's gonna hold the winch. And yes, OPENROAD did give us a discount for you guys to get a winch. If you guys want, use the code Najar10 NAJAR10 and you'll get 10% off. Click the link below so you can see the winch that I got. All right, so it's my first time using steel it, and I mean, it says to remove all grease, wax, salt, rust, dirt, all that. But we're just gonna send it and paint it. Do it the right way. All right, so first coat.
We're just gonna send it.
So first coat, and it's 54 degrees. Says don't spray if it's under 50. I think we're good.
Hey, we're 4 degrees over. We're good.
All right. It smells good.
It smells
you
good.
Like
Dude.
it?
Yeah, it smells good.
All right, so after spraying this, I don't think this is primer. I thought it was primer, but I think it's actually paint. It went on there pretty good. One thick coat is what the shop told me to do, the welding shop. This thing is expensive, so I don't want to have to buy another one. I think one thick coat did it, and it says on the can too. All right, so now that we have that painted, we have to cut this centerpiece in. I mean, we have to cut the centerpiece out, and the way that we're gonna do it to make it easier, Chris, what are we doing?
First, we're gonna take off the grill.
Grill, the headlights,
So
that we could take off this black plastic
trim.
Yeah, that holds everything there. That'll just make it way easier to work on this. So we're gonna get started with the headlights, the grill, since that's the easiest, and then go from there. So Chris has taken it off on his Jeep for, I don't know why, but whatever. He said it's 25, T25s up top, some 10 mils on the side, and then some clips on the side. That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, and if someone's already taken yours apart, you might have different screws.
Yeah, just saying. Oh wait, do I have to take these too?
Yeah.
T25s right there, and that's pretty much, that's it, huh?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on out here?
Don't worry about that. All right, we'll fix it later. So as you can see, we have way more room to play with now. We do have to remove these pieces here. They're gonna be replaced. It comes in the kit. Oh yeah, and Chris, since he's done it before, it's easier to remove the light harness from here than to try to stuff everything through that little hole. So, and when I was first getting into it and I was thinking about getting a bumper, I was honestly kind of like nervous because you do have to cut this piece, but honestly I've done it before. It's not that hard. Anyone could do this. This piece is a structure, so if you're gonna cut it off, make sure to replace it with a bumper or something, because you definitely do want that there, but it's easy to cut off and the new bumper will reinforce it way stronger than stock. So if you want to install one, do it. It's not that hard. Damn, this thing looks clean. And one thing that I do want to let you guys know is no instructions came with the bumper, but you can go on the website for DTill, and under the instructions tab, it does say to email him for PDF files for the installation. So I did that. I'm just waiting for the file to come in just to make sure that everything I did was right and I didn't mess up, since I wasn't able to do a couple things. But like I said, I just want to let you guys know the installation instructions, you got to email DTill and you will get them. Chris says it's easier if we remove this because then the radiator we can push forward. We're just gonna send it. And then the sides, I'm not gonna cut just yet because I wanna figure something out to keep the liner in there. So for now, we're just gonna cut the center section and mount up the bumper. I need it on there so we can mock it up and do some other things to the bumper. So be on the lookout for that. Ooh, something I just noticed on the radiator for the AC condenser. You see it looks like a wet spot there? That might be a leak of Freon. So if you see something like that on yours, make sure to check it out. Make sure you have Freon in your system still. We got Chris cutting it. All right, so we got this side cut off. Now it's time for this side.
All right, this one hit the radiator.
So there it is. My crashed support right there. We're pretty much ready for the bumper now. After you cut it, you might have some spots like this. Just clean that up. This side came out perfect, dude.
Hey,
you
can't. What can I say?
You did it good, dude. Let's go. And we also did get the radiator supports, but I'm not gonna mount it up yet because I do want to bedline that. So we're gonna wait on that. But for now, just the bumper and the winch. For the bumper, this piece is gonna go on the bottom. On the inside, the plates go in there and sandwich onto the frame. Now the issue is, since this is covered up, it's kind of hard to get your hand in there. So what we've discovered in the past is if you take the plate that goes inside, weld the nuts onto there, you don't really have to worry about it. Like it'll just hold itself, and then it's just way easier to install. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Yes, sir. Just
all the ugga duggas.
All the ugga duggas. Oh. All right, so these are them done. Yes, they are not good welds, but this is how you learn, by actually practicing and doing stuff. Since these were with the nylon on there, we're obviously going to put some Loctite on these bolts to hold it in there, and that way with vibration it doesn't come out, since the nylon is pretty much gone with the welding. So, and one thing you will notice is there's 3 holes on this piece here and only 2 on the place that sandwich it, and that is because if you look inside, there's a nut on the right side with the plastic Christmas tree going through it, and that's on the bottom here. Take that out, that's a nut that you can use. So this is what I'm talking about, how it's kind of like hard to get your hand in there. Chris just got that side in. I was just holding it. We put the plate in, aligned it first, and then Chris went in from the bottom, tightened it, and it's just easy to do. I'm not gonna say that you should weld the nuts because I don't know if that's part of the instructions, but that's the way that I did it, and that's the way that worked for me in the past as well. One thing we did notice is you want to put these screws in through the back. That way it doesn't touch the radiator for the supports before you mount up the bumper. And when you're mounting up the bumper, you might have to drill the holes a little bit bigger. We had to, and it fits good now. We're going to tighten those up first before we make the holes on the side here so that everything's in place. So as Chris is tightening that up, I'm going to take off these supports so we can replace them with the new ones. All you have to do is take off the nut and then remove that. All right, so that's an old support there and the new one here, and you can see it fits good. All right, so one thing that we did notice is the bottom bolt that goes through here, for us, it was hitting the plate down there. So I don't know if that's something that we did because we welded the nuts on there, or it's just the hole's too low, so you can't get it in there, but that's the issue we're having right now. So I'm just gonna run it with 1 bolt here and 1 bolt on that side. And this is why it sucks having to stick your hand in there. The wrench got stuck in there. You need really small hands to get in there. Sheesh. We got Chris standing on it. So, I mean, this thing's solid.
Hey, what are you trying to say? I'm fat?
No. I'm just saying that this is solid, man. It's good. So, like I said, we're missing that 1 bolt on the bottom on both sides. But it is what it is. For now, we're just going to leave it like that. We're still going to take it off to paint it. So, this is good for now. And again, shout out to OPENROAD for the winch. We are going to be installing it now. Just bolt up from the bottom. The 4 holes line up. Okay, so this is all mounted in now. Just the 4 bolts on the bottom. It's in. This is the part where we should probably put the black thing back on and see where the grill sits. We might have to trim it. This usually goes on top, but I'm going to see if I could remount it in a different location so I don't have to cut the grill. And these cables are pretty much color coded, black to black. There's a yellow there, goes to the yellow here, and the red to red. And you have a power cable that goes to the battery, and then a ground as well that you have to tap in. Okay, so we see we already have to cut this. We're gonna take it off for now just to get it out of the way, but we already see some places where we have to cut. All right, so we got the black piece back on, not bolted up, but we did have to trim here. This is a high spot here, so it wasn't letting it like go down on both sides. And then I did have to trim a piece out. I want to keep it connected. Chris says he thinks it doesn't matter, but I just wanted it to be more structural. The reason that I'm doing that is because I don't want to cut the grill that I have planned for this. So we might have to though because of the switch, huh?
Yeah.
Might have to,
Unless
but
you can find the thing to reroute it.
yeah, we'll see what we can come up with for that. But so far, so good. This thing actually looks really sick. We got it back together. So we are probably gonna have to trim the grill a little bit because the disengage and engage switch is right under here. So we're gonna have to cut that. I did not want to cut the grill, but it is what it is. It looks super clean. And another thing is we're gonna have to reroute the wiring because I don't want to have that piece here and have to cut more of the grill out. And I couldn't find another place to put it. So we're actually gonna move it into the engine bay, and that should give us some room. Anyways, guys, that'll be it for today's video. Thank you, Chris, for the help. This thing is sick. I really like the DTill stubby bumper. It's not too hard to install. And also for the winch, thank you, OPENROAD, for sending that out. Like I said, we just have to do the wiring. We have to extend the wires. They weren't long enough for what I want to do. So we're not going to test it yet until we get that wiring done. And I'll show you guys how to do all that and where I'm going to move it to. So we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.